Andarki namaskaramulu. Today is another good day for all of us that we are going to have a very informative session from Sri P.S. Murthy garu. Today is personality traits as per Sanatana Dharma and Vedangas. We will start the session with Vande Mataram and after that Prarthana. And then I will introduce the speaker to all of you. Request Harikumari garu to recite Vande Mataram, please. Harikumar garu, unmute yourself and are you there?
Vande Mataram. Yeah, unmuted, sir. Hey. Sir, I'm not audible, I think.
Yes, you are audible. Go ahead.
Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram. Sujalam Sufalam Malayaj Sitalam Sasyamalam Mataram Vande Mataram Subhrajyosna Pulakitayaminim Pullakusumita Drumadalasobhinim Suhasinim Sumadhurabhashinim Sukhadam Varadam Mataram Vande Mataram Vande Mataram.
Okay. ధన్యవాదములండి. Now I request Venkateswarrao garu to chant Prarthana, please.
Okay, sir. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. First, 1 minute for meditation, then Omkaram 3 times follows Prarthana slokas. Om Gananam Tva Ganapatigim Havamahe Kavim Kavina Upamasramastamam Jyeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspadana Sunvannuti Visida Sadhanam Om Sri Mahaganadipataye Namaha Om Prano Devi Saraswati Vaje Bhirvajinivati Dhinama Vitriyavatu Om Sri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha Gurureva Gadir Gurumeva Bhaje Gurunaiva Sahasmi Namo Gurave न गुरो परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरो मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो नानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतंगमय ओम शांति 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 मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्य देवो भव अतिथि देवो भव ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः स्वस्ति
ధన్యవాదములండి.
नमस्कार
Yeah.
धन्यवाद
Now, going further, I want to introduce P.S. Murthy garu. It is my pleasure and privilege to introduce P.S. Murthy garu. He is served in Government of Andhra Pradesh Secretariat as Joint Director in Information Technology and Communication Department from 2005 to 2012 till retirement. Government extended his services after superannuation for another 4 years till March 2016. Earlier, he served in Central Secretariat, Ministerial Services, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India in different positions. Actually, he has been taking webinars very often, and I have introduced him to all of you many times. So briefly, I will just tell he's a MCom, MBA, PG diploma in computer applications, and he is the person who is responsible for bringing IT into Hyderabad in the government of under combined state of Andhra Pradesh. So without taking more time, I request P.S. Murthy garu to start the webinar, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Babu Garu, for your crisp profile on me. It's really nice of you. Indeed, it's a great opportunity for me to be all with you today. All of us are on the same platform of knowing our Sanatana Dharma, ancient scriptures, all those things. So really, it's a great opportunity for me to share this platform to try to share my knowledge to the extent possible on the subject related to Sanatana Dharma and that are connected thereon. So it was my good fortune that I have earlier given 4 or 5 webinars here on this platform, and I know you all have appreciated my feelings, thought, perceptions, all those things. Today I am trying to learn on what is personality trait and share my knowledge or my information on what are the personality traits or personality of a human character according to Sanatana Dharma, according to the behavioral theories according to Vedanga, that is Jyotisha, which is my pet subject. So before entering into the session, I pray Almighty from my side. I am putting the PPT here. So this is my PPT. I will share the screen now. I will share the screen now. So this is the PPT which I am going to present today, and I will try to maximize the PPT. So this is the PPT. So this is the personality traits as per the Sanatana Dharma and Vedanga, presented today national webinar of Veda Samskruti Samiti. Vakratunda Mahakaya, Surikodi Samaprabha, Nirvignam Kurume Deva, Sarvakarye Sarvadaha, Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini, Vidyarambham Karishyami, Siddhir Bhautune Sada, Sadasiva Samarambham, Sankaracharya Madhyamam, Asmadacharya Paryantam, Vande Guru Paramparam. Jnananandamayan Devam, Nirmala Spatikakrutim, Adharam Sarva Vidyanam, Hayagrevam Upasmahe. So my first slide goes with the Lord Vedavyasa telling Lord Ganesha about our Itihasas, Puranas, and what is called Smriti, which he has minuted it and put it on record for observe for the future generations. So this is the slide. Then why I am talking is Ganesha has his own personality. What personality he has? What tattva those personality ascribes? So that is what 1 minute I want to take about the Ganesha Panchatattva and his characteristics or personality traits what he has. So he has some shape, we have given some akara in Saguna Brahma or Niguna Brahma, whatever you call. We gave some akaram to the Lord Ganesha. So with that akaram, we adore him and we meditate on him. So he has a large ears, and then he has a small mouth, a big trunk, a large stomach, and a small nose. So what does it signify, basically? So he has a big head, big enough to assimilate all the information, process, store, disseminate, and reproduce, like our computer, input, storage, output, process it does. He has a very large memory card. Mukherjee sir knows, I don't know, that is the terabytes or what bytes are there now. So that brain deciphers, encodes, decodes, and throws away all the negative information and gives the positive information. Large stomach, large enough to digest good and bad. Digest the good thing, out of it give to the society, and then emit out, because everything is foreign material in our body, nothing remains. It has to come out. So that is what with his large stomach he does. He has a wide ears wide open to listen to the maximum extent possible, with utmost attention and with proper communication, listen to maximum. Sharp eyes. The eyes are sharp than our iris system, Aadhaar, all those things developed by NIC. They are very great assets to the country. So, but this is more powerful. His eyes are more powerful than the iris system. Very sharp. It can scan, detect, capture everything for effective communication strategies. And a small mouth, after all this, what he tells us, with small mouth you speak very less. In management funda, they say that 50% we should listen. 30% we should read. 10% we should hear, or whatever it is. Only 10% you speak. So that means minimum weightage is given to the our speaking. So listen to all, think big, visualize more, and not but not the least, speak less. So taking background of these Ganesha characteristics, I move forward that we have the Hindu scriptures, Shruti and Smruti, we are talking. Smruti are 4 Rigvedas, because I am trying to connect before going to entering into personality, how our Sanatana Dharma dealt with that personality. What was the root, basis? So that is why I am showing this slide. So we have 4 Vedas and Vedangas, and then Upanishads, and then Upavedas, and then in Smruti we have Puranas, Itihasas, and all those things. These we have been discussing a lot, so I don't take much time to dwell on this. And then again, that's a little bigger slide. And especially, I thought Vedanga, I mean, I'm trying to touch the Vedanga part also. In Vedanga comes under the Smruti. So, in Vedangas are 6. Veda Anga, that means Vedas, Veda Purusha, Sangas, they are 6. Siksha, Kalpa, Vyakaranam, Nirukta, Chandas. And under Nirukta, we have Siddhanta and Samhita. Under Samhita, we have this astrology, Mukhavidya, Padavidya, and all those things. So, Vedas, Vedantas, and Vedangas are supplemented by Prasthanatayas, Traya. What are those Prasthanatayas? These are also part of the Veda. Veda and the Puranas, Itihasas. Brahma Sutra, Bhagavad Gita, and Upanishads. So, what does Upanishad speak? Upanishad is that part of Vedanga which presents Vedic knowledge on the basis of logic and sound arguments. It is called Shruti Prasthana. Here also we have 3 Prasthanas. Shruti Prasthana, Nyaya Prasthana, Smriti Prasthana. So, Shruti Prasthana gives the Vedic knowledge with logic and sound arguments. Brahma Sutra is the compendium of the Suktas of sage Veda Vyasa, concentrated from the entire philosophy of Upanishads. So we have, I'm going to next slide, we have around 1100 slides. So out of that 108 Upanishads are available. All these Upanishads compendium put together are Brahma Sutras. So, and they are also built upon with logic and argument. This is called Nyaya Prasthana. Then Bhagavad Gita, we know, everybody know, Bhagavad Gita teaches on religion, philosophy, ethics, the art and science of correct and efficient living towards life and its problems in approaching its problems. It is in 18 chapters, 700 versas. Of these, 574 have been delivered by Paramatma, 84 by Arjuna, 41 by Sanjay, and 1 sloka, the first one is spoken by Dhritarashtra. That is called Smriti Purana. So these are Upanishad. Upanishad means that is what which free us from the bondage of birth, old age, and all, enable to approach Brahman and destroy all our bondage. Upani means clear self-knowledge. Upa means the closest identity. That is, closest entity me is to myself alone. Myself is my closest entity. Ni means Nishchaya Gnanam. What is Nishchaya Gnanam? That is nothing but Brahma Gnana or Atma Gnana. That is why they are called Upanishads. So there are, I said, 1180 Upanishads. Out of them, 108 are available. 14 are popular. 10 out of them are the principal Upanishads called Dasa Upanishad. And on which, for every Upanishad, on these 10, Adi Sankaracharya wrote this Bhashyam. They are called Isha Kena Katha Prashna Munda Mandukya Aitara Aitreya Ancha Chandogyamcha Brahadaranya Tadevacha. So these are the 10 Upanishads available, and where Sankaracharya Bhashyam is there. So coming to Vedanga, I said Veda Anga. Veda Purusha has Angas. like our Purana Purushas or human being, Veda Purusha has Angas. So there are 6 Angas they are called. Chanda is feet. Chanda tu Vedasya. Chandau Pado tu Vedasya. Hastau Kalpo Tadha. Jyotishamanancha Chakshuhu. Niruptam Sotraha. Ears. And Siksha Grana. Nose. Vedasya Mukha tu Vyakaranaha. So these are the Pananiya Siksha 41, 42 verses narrates the importance of Vedangas, which describe Veda as Purusha, having 6 links as 6 Vedangas. And under this, my topic I am going to touch upon today on personality development is the Jyotisha. Jyotishas are eyes of the Veda Purusha. So that is called astrology. Astra means star. That we will discuss afterwards. So Jyotish means light. Jyoti, light. So that is what which gives the light. So in Manduka Upanishad also, the 6 Vedangas have been mentioned. Siksha Kalpo Vyakaranam Niruktam Chandasam Cheva Jyotishamanam Cheva Vedangani Sahadevatu. So this is the sloka from Manduka Upanishad. So this is what our Shruti has given to us. And then now coming to the topic which we are going to tell, having discussed about what are our Sanatana Dharma scriptures we have. Personality refers to the certain characteristics and behavior that comprise a person's unique adjustment, including major traits, interests, drives, values, self-controllable abilities, and emotional patterns. So this is personality, basically. Personality describes the unique pattern of thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that distinguish a person from the other. Each person has his own individuality. How do you know he is a separate person? He is a unique person. He is a preferable person. He is a wise person. How do we know? By his personality, by his behavior, by his traits. So examples of personality, normally we say she is very generous. And we'll say he is a perfectionist. X is a perfectionist. So they are very loyal. P.S. Murthy is very loyal to his bosses. So like that. And he protects the friends. So that is how we attribute. These are the attributes of personality. How do we identify personality with one human being? So the word personality basically stems from the Latin word, which refers to a theoretical mask worn by a performer on roles or disguise their identities. That is the role playing. A personality is nothing but role playing. When you are a civil, when you are an official, how do you behave? When you are a housewife, how do you behave? What is your personality? When you are a father, how do you behave? What is your personality? When you are a son, how do you approach your mother and father? So this is a mask which we are wearing. Like Amitabh Bachchan, coolie number 1. When he acts as coolie number 1, he behaves like a coolie number 1. So like that, so it is, personality is nothing but role playing. In general, there are 4 basic personality types. They are average, reserved, self-centered, and role model. Okay, we will discuss further this in the next slides. So personality traits. So having discussed about personality, what are the personality traits? Traits means they are like loyalty, perfectionism, extroversion, based on character. So traits based on character. The values, the ethics which we develop, they are called the traits. Your temperament. And sometimes we are predisposed to act in such a way. That's a trait. In office, we want to be very disciplined. Or with our higher officers, we will be very obedient. We will be submissive. With our peers, we are jovial, go-get type. And with our subordinates, we are very strict. Sometimes benevolent when it is required. So these are different types of traits which we develop during our way of life. So personality can be influenced by what? By genes, biology, your experiences, adverse events we face, our culture, earlier bonds, rising styles, and all those things. Besides, external and internal environment, as well as our standard of living, socio-economic factors, all these things. So common examples of personality traits include generosity, loyalty, courage, honesty, arrogance. Why I am telling this, we will get again in our Sanatana Dharma also. So what is told in our Sanatana Dharma about the Sila? We know there is Sila, it is called. And we have some Vyaktigata Lakshanas. What are they? Shama, Daya, Ahimsa, Danam, Abhayam. Aham Karta, Bhavana, feeling. Akrutatva Bhavana, I am not doing anything. That is called Akrutatva Bhavana. So, Viveka, Vyaktitva, Vyaktigata, Vyavaharika, Paramardhika. So, these are various different types of the Vyaktigata Lakshanas which we have. We get them through our Samanya Dharma, by performing our Samanya Dharma, or Vishesha Dharma, or Nishiddha Dharma. These are all based on Sila. So, but Bhagavad Gita says at different places it gives the models of highly developed human potential and personality traits in totality. It also describes 3 gunas. Because of 3 gunas, we develop the personality traits. These gunas are Sattva, Raja, Tama. There is a slide we will discuss separately for a minute on that. So, first I am taking where from this personality has come. Manusmriti 2.6. So, attachment to Raga, Dvesha, Parityaga. And adopting Brahmana, like Brahmana means it is not Brahmin. It is Brahmatva type. And it is called Satvik. So, Satvik type of behavior, if you develop, and devotion to God, Pitri, gentleness, kindness, jealousy, sympathy, absence of cruelty, friendliness, gratefulness, being prepared to grant shelter, abhayam, that is what I told earlier. So, and calmness. So, these are the qualities mentioned in Manusmriti. And then coming to Mahabharata in Santi Parva, there are some qualities in Santi Parva also, it was mentioned. Adroha sarvabhuteshu karmana. That means what? Freedom from malice towards any being, inact, thoughtfulness, speech, benevolence towards all, and sharing. So these are the conditions for a good Sila. Seelam, manam Telugulo Seelam antam. So Seelam. Seelam ante ఏమేం కావాలి? సంయమనం, Samanya Dharma పాటించాలి. They need to follow the Samanya Dharma. What is Samanya Dharma? Universally applicable ethical principles. In English, if we translate, Samanya Dharma is universally applicable ethical principles. What are they? Satyam, Asteyam. Asteyam means not stealing or copying. Saucham, purity, cleanliness. Nigraha, control of mind, senses. Overcoming kama, krodha, etc. Focusing on one's attitude and relationship with others. So these are the 5 tenets of Samanya Dharma. Those who follow Samanya Dharma, that constitutes their Seelam. So this is about in Jnana Yoga, Bhagavad Gita also, there is a mention about the personality characteristics in this sloka. Bandhur Atma Manasat Asyayena Atma Aiva Atmanam Jitaha Anatmanas Setruvate Varte Tvameva Setruvat. What does it mean? For those who have conquered the mind, it is their friend. So if you conquer our mind, if we conquer our mind, that mind is our friend. It acts as the manas is. So if we fail to do so, it works like an enemy. So what is friend? A friend is not an enemy. So what is enemy? Lust, anger, greed, envy, illusion. Luster, anger, greed, envy, illusion. So these are the 5 things which are our enemy. They reside in our own mind. So when once if you are trying to make your mind a friend, all those wills go away. If you have these problems, you have depression, hatred, tension, anxiety, and stress.
Think like
Sorry? Please mute somebody's mic. So earlier I was talking, your personality is made of three gunas. So what are those three? Sattvam rajatama iti gunaha, prakriti sambhavaha, mahabhavo nibaddanti mahabhavo dehe dehinam avyayam. So Lord Krishna is telling to Arjuna, "O mighty armed Arjun, the material energy consists of three gunas. Gunas means qualities, characteristics, personal qualities. They are sattva. Sattva is goodness, peacefulness, morality, well-being, serenity. Raja, passion. And then passion means endless desires. Asa, durasa. So all these things. Then tamas. Tamas is ignorance. Because of ignorance, we develop laziness, excessive sleep, delusion, intoxication, and other vices. So these are the qualities that bind the eternal soul to the perishable body. So everybody has these three gunas. So Prakriti binds the soul. Purusha. Purusha is the Purusha, Paramatma. Prakriti binds this. Prakriti is nothing but Maya. So it binds the soul. So although it's divine, its identification with body ties to material things. The material energy possesses three gunas. That is, I said, goodness, passion, and ignorance. And in every body, in everybody, all these three characteristics exist, but one guna dominates the other. Basing on his prarabdha karma, or basing on his hereditary, basing on his purva punya, basing on his environment, so basing on his standard of living, all these things, one guna takes over the other. If sattva guna is more, then he attains brahmatvam. And raja guna gives the scope for asa, durasa, kama, krodha, madaloba. And tamo guna gives you the greediness, all those things. So if one guna is dominates, the other two are substitute in one personality. So vice versa. So this is what told in this side. This can happen in case of other two qualities also. So if Raja Tama are suppressed, then the Tamo Guna gets rise. And if Raja dominates, then Sattva Tama remains subdued. If Tama dominates, then Sattva Raja are subdued. This is how our body, the personality functions. So this is another sloka from Bhagavad Gita, verse 9. It says about same Sattva, Sukho, Sajjayati Rajaha, Karmanihi. Sattva is for comforts or goodness, and Sukham, it goes with happiness. Raja is mode with karmas, it goes with karma, and then the Tama is goes with ignorance or delusion. So this is similar to that. This is verse 9 of Bhagavad Gita. And then, so balancing of these three gunas, the buddhi discriminate the intelligence, mind, sattva, and tama. So gunas are patterns of thinking that shaped our attitude and behavior over our lifetime. So choices based on our buddhi. If you take a choice based on your intellect or buddhi, it gives us the progress. Whereas if whatever your mana covered by Maya says, it impedes the growth, because you will take decisions basing on inflexibility and basing on impatience. So now coming to the theoretical part, coming to the classical or whatever neoclassical behavioral theories, behavioral scientists classified 4 types of personality. Type A, they are impatient, competitive, work obsessed, achievement oriented, aggressive, but stressed. So these are their types of personality. Type B, they are low stress, even tempered, flexible, creative, adaptable to change, patient. So they are flexible type. So Then type C is they are very highly conscious, they are perfectionists, and they struggles to reveal emotions, both positive or negative emotions. Type D, they are always in the last column, like who has the tamoguna, rather worrying, sad, irritable, pessimistic. They avoid social situations, they lack self-confidence, and they feel that they are rejected in the society. They are with gloomy and hopelessness. So these are the general 4 types of behavioral scientists that classifies the types of personality. Then there are some theories how these have been classified there. So these theories also, first theory is about psychodynamic theory. This theory is developed by Sigmund Freud. So it is combination of subconscious and conscious desires along with our early life experiences. So as per him, the self has 3 parts, id, and then the ego, superego. Id is what we have inherited. Ego is what we governed by ourselves. That is through Maya. What Maya has comes as, that is the ego. And superego is by societal influence and all. As long as a politician or a somebody is in that position, he feels his superego. After that, when that position has gone, he comes down. So these are this is his characteristic. But what Freud has found out is that childhood experience have a profound impact on how a personality develops. So this is the sum and substance of this theory, right? Then another theory is that trait theory. This is called Big Five theory. Donald Fisk has developed this theory. There are 5 traits in every human being. These traits are agreeableness, that is empathetic, sympathetic, and behavioral pattern. Conscientiousness, that is sense of responsibility, feeling of some sense of mind, or in the heart, from your own heart, you feel that yes, I am here and I have to do this and all those things. And then extroversion, then neuroticism, that is very anxious or tense if it is high, low if it is content or confident, and then openness to experience. So some have the openness to experience. So these, as per this series, what they have bifurcated is one can be high on extroversion, low on neuroticism, while their siblings may be the opposite. So your sibling need not be like you. Then we have the biological theories. Biological theories of personality focus on the psychological factors, physiological factors, they affect the personality. And then behavioral theories, they study how personality is shaped to the punishment from you and the environment. So this is the motivational theories. So being rewarded for certain behavior, being punished for others. So one to behave and think in certain way. So if he is being rewarded, his behavior is separate. If he is being punished, or a memo is to be given, or he is suspended, his behavior is a different one. So there are another personality types of theories. And then we have B.F. Skinner. Skinner has developed the responsive tendencies. This is the theory based on the responsiveness of human attitude. He has experimented this on monkeys. Monkey theory everybody knows. So monkey is the replica of a human being. So they experimented on monkeys and this theory was developed. So they say that they respond to environment and the patterns of behavior. As per tendency, they respond. This theory says like that. Then Elton Mayo, this is again on the work aspect, that if you give the environment, good environment and all, your working conditions are improved a lot. Or if you are given the incentives and all, you have some type of behavior you have, and your work output will increase. So these are all the organizational theories. Then we have the humanistic theories. So there are motivation theories and humanistic theories. There are 4 theories are there. Hertzberg 2-factor theory, Eckland 3 needs of theory, McGregor's theory of X and Y, and Maslow hierarchy of needs. Of all these theories, Maslow hierarchy of needs is very important for us and relevant for today's discussion. So, motivation theories are there, hygiene theories. So, they are called motivation and hygienes are there. So, motivations are like advancement, self-advancement and personal growth. And then hygiene factors are your working conditions. So, this theory is based on that combination of them. And then McLean theory is the theory, it is three-factor theory. It is called achievement, affiliation, and power. If you want to achieve, you do perform. If you want to be affiliated, you perform. If you want power, you perform. That is what this theory says. And then McGregor XY, X is opposite to Y theory. X are the, they don't like work at all. Y, they like work and they do automatically. So this theory better. This is with work and associated responsibilities. So basing on the employee's attitude or personality behavior, you can motivate them to perform better. This is what this theory says. And then Maslow, Abraham Maslow suggested personality is the result of meeting or not meeting the most basic needs. Every person has some basic needs. What are those needs? They are driven by that basic instance. So he has divided the needs into 5 characteristics: basic needs, physiological needs, social needs, belongingness needs, or love needs, or esteem needs, and needs for self-actualization. So these are the needs that have been categorized by Maslow, and this is the Maslow's pyramid hierarchy of structure. So physiological needs are our biological needs like food, water, warmth, rest and all. Then safety and security needs. Then belongings are intimate relationship, friends and all. Esteem needs are prestige. And at certain stage, you don't want money, you don't have increments, you don't have promotion, you don't have money, but you need the prestige and feeling that I have accomplished something. And the final one is self-actualization, where you reach that stage where you don't want anything. You have achieved everything and you want to be creative, so that you will try to help others and try to be a pathfinder or godfather to others. So that is the stage of self-actualization. This self-actualization is nothing but in our Vedanta also we say self-enlightenment. So that is what slide I am showing now. So when one reaches the self-actualization, which is at the top of the Maslow hierarchy, one feels that fullness, selfless concentration. And when we are in doubt at that stage, we choose to be honest. When you reach self-actualization, you don't bluff, you don't bunk, you don't abuse anybody, you don't lie. You will be very honest at that point of time when you reach the self-actualization stage. That is nothing but our self-realization. And then they trust on their own judgment, trust on your Atma, your self, your judgment. And then we will put necessary effort to improve ourselves on our own. From step by step we go, either from Mananam, Sravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. We have 3 steps in acquiring knowledge. So from Sravanam to Mananam to Nididhyasanam. So all these steps, we will try to make our own judgment, and we enjoy the peak experiences. Anando Brahma, that is what called. Ananda means Sat Chit Ananda. We achieve Sat Chit Ananda, our own experience. It is not related to with anybody. That experience is related to Atma and Paramatma, Jiva and Atma. So Atma, Jiva and Paramatma. So that is how we reach that stage of self-actualization. And then at that point of time, we will set aside our ego. When ego has gone, our Maya has gone, our Asha, Durasha, all these things have gone. So self-realization is considered the gateway to moksha. Self-realization is nothing but self-actualization. So it is freedom. What is moksha? Moksha is freedom from, it is liberation from birth, rebirth, and the cycle of samsara. Janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi. So moksha is attained by realizing one's true identity, that is Atman, the identity of Atman and Brahman, the complete understanding of one's real trueness of Brahma. So steps in Vedanta to achieve self is realization of dharmic and sattvic way of life. First of all, living a sattvic and dharma way of life. Accept all the good things and bad things that come in our way as it is. Don't harm others. Practice charity, meditation, and seva. So these are the things that we need to achieve the self-realization. So this is what is nearer to what that neo-scientist or new scientist or behavioral scientist talk also. So they thought they have made lot of research and they got doctorates and Nobel Prizes and all. No, it is already told in our Vedanta, already told in our Sanatana Dharma. In Mahabharata, Shanti Parva, it is told. Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna told this already. So whatever, now only because we don't know now, we have forgotten by studying all these new methods, all the academic standards, or the Paravidya, Aparavidya, there are two vidyas. So by doing the Paravidya, we forgotten our Aparavidya. So if we know our Aparavidya, all these things are nothing for us, nothing before us. So now having discussed about the personality, then let me talk about the personality disorders. What are the personality disorders we have? I thought, let me discuss the other side of the coin also. When we talk of personality, good personality, seelam, and all those things, then what is personality disorder? So this I have searched somewhere in web and put this. So, if your thoughts are disruptive and distressing your everyday life, then it's a personality disorder. Symptoms of personality disorder includes aggressive behavior, delusional thinking, distrust of others, not believing others, no emotions, lack of interest in relationships, no wife, no son, no daughter, no friend, nothing. So violating others' boundaries, it's okay. If you don't want to have any relationship with anybody, it's okay. But don't violate into other boundaries. So this personality disorder, some personality disorder also will result in this type of behavior. So there are again certain personality disorders. So this personality disorder is unusual and odd thoughts you get. The first one is called paranoid personality disorder. Paranoid personality disorder is an extreme fear and distrust of others. You have a lot of fear in believing others, trusting others. You don't believe your doctor. You don't believe your son. You don't believe in your family members. So that is one type of disorder. Then schizoid personality disorder. This disorder is, he wants to be always alone, aloof, not interested in having any other relations. Then schizotypal personality disorder. This is reverse to that. Here you will have behave in a different way, particular special way, and unusual thoughts you get, and uncomfortable in having close relations with others. Then antisocial personality disorder. So this is totally not accepted in the society. Long-term pattern of manipulation, exploitation, violating the rights of others. So this is one type of disorder, personality disorder. So next is borderline personality disorder. So they think that they have lot of they think that others are controlling or managing their emotions. So by this disorder, because of this, they feel uncertain about themselves. And they cause lot of relationships trouble in family also. Because they say somebody is influencing me. And then another type of disorder is narcissistic personality disorder. So he lacks empathy. That means he always wants to be admired by others. Somebody should pat on his back. Somebody should always appreciate him. Oh, you are doing very good work. Do that. Go ahead. Like that. He wants to be patted. And why they want that type of behavior? Because they think they are better than others. So that is why they want in Telugu we call it as what we say I forgot that word. So Atmastuti, Parastuti, Paraninda, Atmastuti, Atmaninda. So Parastuti. So this is nearer to Parastuti. Always you do the Parastuti. So then other one is histrionic personality disorder. A person is dramatic. He has strong emotions. Always wants attention from others. I have seen my family members, my nephew and all, he has lot of emotion. Whenever he comes from Vizag, he just hugs me and weeps me for 10 minutes. What for he is weeping, I don't know. Yes, he has emotion, he has bondage, he has love towards his uncle and all. But still, that is a different type of personality. So, hysteria of personality. So, this is another personality disorder. So, then this personality is anxious and fearful thoughts behavior. Avoidant personality disorder. Here what we know that we are very shy. Some people say they think they are very shy. They are not fit in this society. They are not as good as others. Others are very superior. So in the process, they develop this disorder, and due to this disorder, they think they are being rejected by the society. So they become aloof. So this is one type of disorder, personality disorder. Then dependent personality disorder. This is opposite to that. He always depends on others. Piggyback. You have to carry him. So this type of personality is dependent personality disorders. So they need to be taken care of. Otherwise, they will be wrongly treated by third person. So that is why they want to be pampered always. And then the last quality is obsessive compulsive personality disorder. So this is very dangerous. They want to control always. They want to control always and order everybody. So this comes because of your aham, egoism and all those things. And I should do. So this is another type of personality disorder. So having discussed the personality traits, personality disorder as per Sanatana Dharma and the behavioral theories, now I am coming to astrology, one part of Vedanga, Jyotisha. So Jyotisha is the eyes of Veda Purusha. In Jyotisha, how do we relate these characteristics, these personality traits? Which graha or which planet is responsible for that? Which rasi or which sign is responsible for your personality? Which star, which nakshatra makes you to behave in that fashion? So, okay, all this is because of maybe your prarabdha karma. So, this being the case, astrology, has three branches. They are called Skandatraya. Astrology is came from the star, logo, logic, reasoning. So this is the English word. Telugu is Jyotisha. Jyoti means light, throwing light. And then this is in three parts: Siddhanta, Hora, Samhita. Siddhanta relates to astronomy, that is deals with planetary motion and astronomical aspects. There are so many schools are there: Surya, Romaka, Paulisha, Siddhanta, etc., etc. Astrology uses data provided by the astronomers to prepare astrological tables like Panchanga, ephemeris, and all those things. Hora. Hora is natal human horoscope. That is our own horoscope, individual horoscope. Hora is derived from Ahorat. Ahorat means day and night, 24 hours. It deals with activity of human beings in relation to heavenly bodies. And we prepare the horoscope called birth chart, native chart, basing on the place of birth, time of birth, and date of birth of an individual. Through this chart, we can predict and interpret, analyze, and come to a conclusion to the maximum extent possible about the past, present, and future events, which can be predicted and which can be corrected to certain extent. And by knowing in advance, you can take precautionary measures so that you can avoid an accident or incident, or you can shape your life in such a fashion, or mold your behavior, personality behavior in such a fashion it suits others and to your advantage. Okay, then Samhita. Samhita is mundane astrology. This is about our monsoons, cyclones, meteorological affairs, weather, storms, earthquakes, political changes, country conditions, wars, etc. So these three are called Skandatraya. And astrology is that part of celestial science dealing with science, rasis, stellar influences on the health, constitution of body, functioning, and habits of life. So astrology has effect on all these three things. And then configuration of planets. Why this has effect? Configuration of planets in sky in certain angular positions emanate certain forces of energy, magnetic energy, spiritual energy, gravitational energy. So these energies, today we are having this lunar eclipse. When lunar eclipse happens, certain gravitational force will apply on us, certain the cosmic energy comes down. Maybe it is good energy or bad energy. That is why in the house, we keep darbhas or grass in all our oily food and all those things in the water and all, so that they do not get contaminated. Why? That energy flow is sometimes bad to the society, to the human beings. So then the planetary positions at the time of birth indicate native behavioral pattern, personality disorders, personality traits and disorders, and the balancing forces that is physiological, psychological, and emotional factors. So astrology, as I said, makes to know the past, present, and future event, analyze the karmic influences. So astrology can be done through the tools such as palmistry, vastu, and it enables us to know our karma and how they can be mitigated to the extent possible. So let us see that how this astrology affects. For example, if moon is afflicted by Mars, one gets the anger. No one had control over the anger that entered our head, and one could have control over how to express that anger in a safe way. So it did not invite further anger or any damage. So since we do not have control over situation, but we can exercise control over our response, alternative responses need to be worked out, and then how we can successfully deal with the anger. So if moon and Mars, if moon is afflicted by anger by Mars, one gets anger. This is one personality characteristic which I wanted to tell as an example. So this is the Kala Purusha, like Veda Purusha, we have Kala Purusha. Kala Purusha has 12 signs. Each sign represents each part of the body. Mesha represents head. Vrishabha, Aries represents head. Vrishabha, Taurus represents face. Mithuna, arms. Then Karkataka, Cancer represents chest, heart. Simha, Leo represents stomach. Kanya, hip region. Tula, some part. Vrishchika, Dhanush, thighs. Makara, Kumbha, Meena, like that. And each Lagna, each Rasi is ruled by, each sign is ruled by one of the planets. Aries and Scorpio is by the Jupiter, Taurus and Ligna, Taurus and Libra by the Venus, Gemini and Virgo by Mercury, and then Leo, Cancer by Moon, Leo by Sun, Sagittarius and Pisces by Mars, and then Capricorn, Aquarius by Saturn. So, what these grahas gives us? And of course, Rahu and Ketu are there. They are the shadow planets. So, they are also called karmic planets. Rahu is responsible for Asa, Durasa, and Ketu is for Nirasa, Nispruha, spirituality. So, normally that is their attitude, that is their behavior. And but wherever they are, in which sign it is they are, or in which planet's position they are, they signifies the characteristics of that planet. And then this is that general chart, native chart with all 27 stars, 9 planets, and 12 signs. Each star has 4 padas. So this is the nakshatra pada structure and all. So then the chart is built on 3 things. One is the 27 stars, they are fixed. Stars does not move. Aswini, Bharani, Kutrika, Rohini, all we know. Second layer is fixed objects again. 12 signs, zodiac signs, they don't move. Signs are like that only. Only the planets moves. Third layer, moving objects. There are 9 planets, grahas. They are Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, Rahu, and Ketu. So, what these 12 signs, normally we see our Panchanga and our yearly results. Aries, for those who born between March 21st to April 19th, Aries sign represents. Aries sign represents. Taurus, April 20th to May 20th. Gemini, May 21st to June 20th. Like that. Aquarius, Pisces is again from February 19th to March 20th. So 1 month each Rasi represents almost nearly 1 month. So 12 Rasi represents the 12 months. That is 1 full year, 365 days. So what does Aries represent? Aries representative is competitiveness, but little insecurity also they have. So Aries people will have the characteristic or personality behavior of competitiveness. Because of competition, if some others may overcome karke, they have little insecurity in their life. So this is the quality or personality trait of Aries people. Likewise, Taurus. Taurus, Taurus is a bull. Nandi Bhagavan is very loyal to Lord Parameshwara. So he is loyal and very stubborn. So Gemini is very versatile person and but little impatient. He wants to do things fast. Cancer is moon. Moon is Amma. Moon is mother. So passionate and very calm, cool and quiet. But they have the negative quality of uncommunicative also. So then Leo is confident. Sun sign, like sun, how sun behaves very confidently, very dominating. So all these things, sun. Virgo is a perfectionist. And then a Libra, a person in Libra sign is empathic to others, always empathic and sympathetic. He goes with others, but little indecisive. So, and Scorpio is intense but secretive. Scorpio fellows are very secretive people. They won't come out. We don't know what is in their heart or mind. Very difficult to guess their behavior, their personality, character, traits and all those things. So these are the qualities or characteristics of 12 signs of a human being based on the Jyotisha. So then we have some tattvas also. So like a water stava, earthy sign, airy sign, fiery sign, watery sign. So these 12 signs are fitted into 4 tattvas. Earthy is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So earthy sign people are extroverts. They love outdoor work, cautious, hardworking, down to earth. So these are their personal attributes or characteristics. We have seen in our neo-modern science, modern technology, we have seen what are the personality traits and all. Now, as per Jyotisha, I am trying to attempt and relate it. Then airy people are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They are inspiring, influencing, and communicative. Fiery people, very fiery, you know. Leo, Aries. Leo is Simham, Sun. Aries is Mars. Mars is the Sainyadipati of the planetary kingdom. So what Senadipati has warriorship and all, the fiery people will have. And then that is dominating, dynamic, enthusiastic, driven by thrill, challenge, and excitement. We find in police officers, military people. So law enforcing agencies, we find these qualities. IAS officers, we find these qualities. Those who are in administration, because they have to be stubborn, tough. So they have this quality. And then watery sign represents the Jalatattva Rasi. In Telugu it is called. Watery signs is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. They are very sensitive people like water. And they are intuitive, creative, emotional like water flows, you know, very emotional, and spiritual also in the way. So these are the tattvas or characteristics, traits we attribute as per the astrology Jyotisham. So this is the sloka. Parashara has, sage Parashara has what these planets give us. Surya Sauryam, Atha Induhu Ucha Padavi, Sanmangalam Mangalaha, Sadbuddhim cha Buddha, Guru cha Gurutam, Sukrasa Sukham, Sham Senihi, Rahu Bahubalam Karotu, Satatam Ketu, Kulasya Unnatim. So all these planets give this. What they give? Sun gives you the Sauryam, Parakramam, gallantry. And then moon gives you the Ucha Padavi, being calm, quiet, and all. You will shine in the society. You will be appreciated by people. Mars gives you the well-being, the Parakrama, Saurya Parakrama. Mercury gives the intellect, Buddhi. Jupiter gives you the power to help others. Then sympathy, empathy, all those things Jupiter gives. Venus gives the comforts, sukha, motors, vehicles, luxuries. And then family life, all those things Venus gives. Saturn, you know, Saturn is not a bad graha. He gives you to handle the tough situations. He is very slow, steady, but he gives a good result. Never think that Saturn ditches or deceives anybody. If Saturn has Lagna, in Lagna, he will definitely help that person. He will never do injustice as Lagna Lord to that native. So Rahu is a force, you know. It gives also other side, Asa Durasha, and all those things. Ketu. Ketu is also for lineage, you know, for your hereditary, for your Vamsha Vruddhi. Ketu is responsible. Spirituality, Ketu is responsible. So these are the Parashara attributes on the planets. Then, so these are the, if the planetary characteristics are more, if somebody is influenced by one planet, or if one planet is more strength, has more strength than the other. So these are the things. So if they are bad, how bad? The Jupiterian, Apollonians, Venusians may become. They are not criminal types, they are good people. Venus gives too much sexual desires if he is in a bad position. Venus. A Mercurian, if he is on the borderline, he makes you to be dishonest. Mercury. Buddha, if you are on borderline, you know, then he tries to be dishonest. He gives buddhi, but he makes you to use that buddhi in a different way. So similarly, lunarians also, they are susceptible untruth if moon is not favorable to them. Martians, they are susceptible violence. If a good Mars is there, then he become a police officer. If that Mars is in a bad position, he will become a murderer or thief. Total reverse. Saturn gives you solitude and loneliness. So this is what the, so again, this is similar we discussed in palmistry also. And then these are the nature of each planet. So Sun is the father, Tanu, soul, self. So he is the king, power, prestige and all. Moon gives us the mind, peace, face, emotions, happiness, psychology, all those things. Mars gives us the energy, stamina, anger, violence, all those things. All these things I have discussed already. Jupiter gives us the wealth, wisdom, and also fat on the other side, because Jupiter gives a lot of appetite for acquiring the knowledge as well as for developing our body also. So then Venus is marriage and relationships, mostly comforts and all. Saturn is for longevity, our life, longevity. Then, but of course, Saturn is a soldier in the planetary kingdom. So he lives in grief, solitude and all. So those qualities are personality characteristics displays in Saturnian people. So by the way, they develop the laziness and they involve in cruel deeds also if Saturn is bad. So then finally what I am trying to touch upon is personality, whether it is as per our Vedic philosophy or modern philosophy or Vedanta or the Jyotisha or the palmistry, is the result of our prarabdha karma and gunas, which we have discussed, and hereditary, environmental conditions, socio-economic factor, and also astrological considerations. Personality can be tuned to a greater extent by molding oneself appropriate to situation as per Desha Kala Patra Mana Tantra Yantra etc. conditions, and lead a happy and peaceful, rightful life, avoiding Nisheda Dharma. We have discussed what is Vishesh Dharma, what is Samanya Dharma, what is Nisheda Dharma. So, thus knowing self, and in our classes in VSS, Sanatana Dharma tells all these things, you know. So, VSS, you are lucky enough to join VSS and pursue your pursuit of knowing the our Sanatana Dharma and all. So, VSS is the best platform, best instrument for us to enter into the Vedic way of life. And really, VHP Rao Garu and Kalnal Babu Garu, Chitti Babu Garu, Visalakshama Garu, and then Dr. CSR Prabhu, Gautam Mukherjee, all these are, Gautam Mukherjee sir tells about the Vedic mathematics, which we have forgotten totally. So, one should learn all these things. So, and then by knowing the self better and with the help of Jnana Samuparjana, yoga, meditation, astrological tools such as Jyotish, Vastu, Astasamudrikam, etc. And then, in yesterday only, we have celebrated our Dasera. Dasehara. Dasera means what? Dasehara. You hara, like hara. So like harhara, like who keeps the bad things in him. So as a human being, you throw the bad things out. Dasehara, all those, what are those Nishiddha dharmas? They are Nishiddha dharmas. What are the Nishiddha dharmas? Ahankara first, ego. Throw out your ego. Amanatvam, cruelty. Don't be cruel to anybody. Anyaya, don't do justice to anybody. And control your lust. Kamavasana. Krodha, anger. Lobha, madha, mascharya. All these we know. These are common terms which we normally use in any society. And then Swardha, you remove Swardha, try to help others, do Dhanam, Puja, Kriya, all these things. And then Vijayadashami signifies all these things. So throwing away all these Nishedha karmas or dharmas. So with this, I'll close my presentation. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Oh Lord, keep me not in the darkness, but send me to the light. And then from unreality to show me the reality, the external self. And then from mortality to immortality. And then Om Shant Shant. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. It's indeed my pleasure to be with you all today. And thanks for patiently listening to me.
ధన్యవాదములండి మూర్తి గారు.
Thanks, Andy. Thank you.
Now we will have some interaction with the participants. Anybody wants to ask any questions, or
I'm just looking at the chat box if there are anything.
it looks no
No,
chat.
no. High storage capacity, Vota bytes. Okay. Thank you, sir. So Lord Ganesha has Vota bytes. Very good, sir. Thanks a lot. So, so I am shifting the slides fast because I had 54 slides. So I don't know whether I will be able to complete in the given time to me. So that is why I am skipping or moving fast the slides. Please excuse me. Colonel Babu sir will send you the slides and you can go through leisurely. If you have any clarification or which I can share further information from me, you are most welcome. And you can also, if I am wrong at any point of time, you can definitely correct me. And this is an interactive type, not just mono. Sir.
Yeah. I'll put it in the group, the presentation which you are shared.
Thank you.
Anybody else wants to ask any question or say anything? If yes, we have Vivek Gargji wants to ask a question. Vivek ji.
Sure, sir. Vivek साहब बोलिए.
So, namaste, sir.
Namaste.
So, I just want to ask you
Yeah.
that we have learned about the Maslow law of the needs in our
Yeah,
organized
Maslow.
behavior in the HR when I was doing the MBA course.
Yeah, correct.
From the corporate point of view, I want to introduce the Jyotish in the HR studies. It possible to understand the one employee, what is kind of the behavior he is,
Yes,
how kind of
definitely.
the personality is
Definitely.
possible.
There are some organization which also the employees database they take their date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth, and that is, I mean, whatever it is possible. If management ask if X is behaving in a different pattern, I have seen that organization has sought the help of astrologer. Thus, the astrologer said about that employee's attitude and how he can be molded. And at present, what was his dasya, antardasya, mahardasya? So, if he is violent, till how much time he is violent, or how he can be corrected? There are some organizations, I don't want to name them. They take the guidance of the astrologers.
I think so. It's a new kind of the field can be open for our astrologers that
Yeah.
they also can work in the corporate world.
Correct.
Because I'm learning Jyotish, that's why I'm thinking that it's possible to work in corporate also.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sir, it is a Vedic scripture, sir. Jyotisha is believed on same your astronomy, your planets, longitude, latitude, and all those things. If longitude, latitude goes wrong, all scientists goes wrong, na? My grahas are also standing there only on the longitude, latitude. So basing on that only I have interpreted. So how can it be wrong? How can I go wrong? Provided if the data given to me is not correct. Maybe at least I may be 60% accurate, may not be 100%. Even then, we can derive certain consequences, certain situations, and certain probabilities, definitely.
Thank you a lot.
Thank you.
Okay, Srinivasulu garu. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, అందరికీ నమస్కారం అండి. ఇది నా పేరు శ్రీనివాసం. I am a software engineer. So, as you told that this planetary these plants will affect our astrology and it will try to change this mindset. But in Kali Yuga, it is said that by chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, we can come out of all these karma and all the egoistic feelings.
Sir, let me try to share my thought here. It is not that astrology corrects one's behavior. Astrology enables one to behave himself to the extent possible and mold his life as per the situation. Astrology is an indicator. Yeah, that's all. It doesn't, it is not a healer. Astrologist is not a doctor.
Yeah, it's like whatever it's going to happen, it will happen in our life.
Yeah,
But-
it will happen, but it can be reduced. That's what I am telling, sir. If a good astrologer sees a chart and predicts that there is an accident, it cannot be avoided. Accident will happen, but the damage will be minimized. 100%, I can tell. It has to be timely analyzed, interpreted, and timely corrective measures should be taken.
So, it is said that the stale food, it will improve the tamasic behavior.
Not stale food, sir. Tamasic, stale food.
Like the food which we keep in fridge.
No, it's not like that. Tamasic behavior, basically, it is because of not because of food, basically, I think. It is because of your prarabdha karma. Tamasism comes because of mostly prarabdha karma. Because of food, you get rajoguna.
Rajoguna.
If you eat beef and all, so you develop that rajoguna. So if you eat only alu, kandamula, palalu, you are sattvic only. Because that carbohydrates and all, they are different. No? The elements which you take inside, they are different. But for tamasic food is not, I don't think, maybe I may be corrected, but for a tamasic person, it is his prarabdha karma, basically. Saturn or Ketu works on him for a tamasic fellow.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, next, Rajagopalan ji.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Namaste.
Namo Nama.
Namo Namo.
I was the person who has written you about the yoga bike.
Oh, very nice, sir. So nice, correct.
Basically,
I didn't struck my mind, so that up to terabyte I have gone. So
actually, it is an advanced process now with the solid state
solid state
industry.
technology.
Basically, I'm a nuclear scientist
Oh, excellent.
and practicing astrology for last 12 to 15 years.
Oh, excellent, excellent.
And basically, mostly I use on ephemeris calculation being a scientist and astronomical. I get the data from the Birla Planetarium, Calcutta and other places.
You use Lahari Ainamsha and all?
Diary also okay, but this regular update is coming now.
Oh, very good, excellent.
We can get it on that one. So anyway, just I would like to add something. Somebody was asking in the field of how in the corporate sector,
Please.
any astrology is used for recruitment or taking or how to behavioral pattern. I will not name anybody, but I can tell one thing, that Hitler used to recruit only Aryan.
Yeah.
Okay, whether he's even if he's not having a hand also, he says, I'm not bothered, he should be an Aryan. He may be short, stout, anything, because he was so obsessive with this astrology that only Aryan can win the war, only Aryan can fight. Okay, anyway, he was also justified because it is a Mars, the ruling planet. But one thing I would like to add to your interpretation, of course, it is on a touch and go. You had done today full
Yeah.
astrology.
No, because I wanted to tell you,
Anyway, it was introductory note.
Rajgopalan
No
sir,
problem.
Rajgopalan sir, when you brought Hitler into picture in palmistry, because palmistry is my
Right.
subject. In
Yes.
palmistry, the Aristotle
Aristotle,
stolen the palmistry from India and
India.
took it to there. And
Absolutely.
he was guru to Alexander. He wrote a
Yes.
book on palmistry and presented to Alexander.
Alexander.
Alexander, what he did, by seeing the palm, the mounts
District.
and all, he
Mounts.
used to identify. Every
Yes.
soldier used to call. So
Call.
middle level people used to call
Absolutely.
whether this fellow works as a spy,
Or not.
or whether this fellow can do the border fighting, or whether this fellow can use the ammunition, arrows,
Or not.
or not. So basing on that, he used to categorize and put them
Thought out.
thought out.
Absolutely.
So Alexander
Absolutely.
did this. Hitler, I'm
Alexander-
not aware anyhow. So this is about palmistry I'm talking.
Palmistry.
So maybe Hitler also would have used
Hitler-
astrological tools.
When I was going through the history, because my basic now these days, though I am a scientist, I'm thinking with artificial intelligence and computer science and engineering, I'm a professor and visiting professor for most of the thing. What I want to tell you is that the present day concept of astrology has become more quantitative than the subjective one compared to the earlier time. Quantitative means everybody wants the quantification. When, how, precisely, like that. So what happens, this type of, somebody was asking now also some question, how to identify a good astrologer. I will tell you, somebody asked the question also, I was reading. There is nothing called good and bad. It is the quality of the person's interpretative skill. Everything remains constant, the data is same, but you give to the 2%, it will be handled in a different way. For example, all the doctors are MBBS, MD, MS and everything, but only few becomes the good surgeons and become very capable. So it depends various in that one. Now I would like to ask you only one, not doubt, some clarification.
Please.
Whether you follow Vakya Panchang or Kanita Panchang, which one you believe?
For me, sir, this Druk Panchang is there that we use. So Ganita Panchang only we use, not the
Yeah. Vakya Panchang. Good. Because why I was asking, there was there will be a shift in the complete planetary positions if you are going by the Vakya, and
no.
especially on the border zones, there is some minor differences will come when a transition phases or somebody born on this time and all things. Minor differences comes on
we
the
use the Ayanamsa calculation.
Ayanamsa, na?
Ayanamsa.
Okay.
Lahari's
Ayanamsa is comparatively much better.
Lahari's
It gives a much precise and correct one.
Sir, nowadays the software is there, so I need not.
No, software is not the correct one.
I need not exert too
Manual-
much on that.
Yes, manual
But,
collect.
when once I know, because I need not now sit and prepare the Lagna.
Yes.
Chart not required. Chart
Not
is
required.
software available.
Yes.
It is not chart alone. Basing
Yes.
on that, if I have to interpret something, I have to look into Shadbala.
Shadbala.
Shadbala. I have
Yes,
to-
yes. Without that, you
I have
can.
to
That
look
is why today when you
Dasha,
said about
Dasha, Mahardasha, Antardasha. Yeah.
absolutely.
So I need to D9. If it
Yes,
is
yes.
some problem of health and all, I need to
6, 8, 9,
D3,
6, 8,
D3.
Either that you cannot do.
So those are the tools which I have. I go practically
Absolutely.
on the tools, not on
Yes.
the software or computer bhashan. I'm
can
not
do.
good on computer bhashan.
Absolutely.
I will take the chart from there because that is standard. It is based on Ayanamsa or Laharika.
And
whatever
I'm-
calculation
yes,
is
yes.
there. That
Absolutely correct.
mathematical tools are available. Now,
Yeah.
Shodasa Ganta, I need not calculate. It is
You
available.
need not
there.
calculate. You can get it.
So that's all.
Actually, why I was asking this one, because you are in this field, that is why I asked you. Of course, for others, it may be a little bit out of boundary. One thing I would like to say, as you said that Lagna Shani, yes, it has got different implications. Okay, good.
No,
Anyway,
implication
broad way
is
you
there.
are told, that is
No,
okay.
because I can't discuss everything now.
You can go, but
Time
anyway, it is
time
good.
doesn't permit
So
me. I
nothing-
know how
nothing is
Saturn works, what are the
Absolutely,
permutations and
absolutely.
combinations. I can't
Everything is
discuss all
fine.
those combinations.
And
Just as an example, I told, I have Seni.
yeah.
He didn't harm me at all.
not
Sometimes
do.
I had up and downs. I'm not telling
Yes,
that.
sir, absolutely, absolutely.
But still, Shani is not bad to me. He is slow. అందుకే we say మందవాసరే స్థిరవాసరే. Why do we
Yes,
say that?
yes. That is why we say. And Shani always puts you on a right path, actually.
Yes.
That is what I also tell everybody. So the thing is that it's not, it may be, it may appear that you have been put in trouble, but the trouble makes you to come onto a straight line.
Straight line.
Yes,
And
so
it
nobody
teaches you.
understands.
It gives
Yes.
you a very good experience.
Penetration of your mind, thinking, act, reaction.
Yes.
Wonderfully, anything, all these things are excellent, good.
Yes.
What I want to say is, as a scientist, what I feel that these are all to be interpretative technology. It is an interpretation. Again, not with one planet or one this one. Overall, we have to see the celestial position. What is the viewing angle? They say that even the Guru also, fifth, seventh, ninth view is important, and seventh view is for the different behavior. And one thing I want to, somebody asked about the corporate side. We have to see the aspects of the crisis management quality of an individual. Because I may be a very pious, cool, composed person when everything is going on fine. When the crisis comes, how I behave, that is my originality. So the originality, the crisis when it comes, especially in industries or any sector, we always face this crisis. At the time, how you behave, for that we have a different methods to calculate. Wonderfully asked, very nice, very informative. And thanks a lot to see you. Very nice of you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Okay, Padma Shri.
Namaskaram, sir. I had one query. Nakshatram is something where we say star, right?
Yeah,
sir?
star.
So when we say Rashi, what does that mean? Can you just
Rashi-
explain?
Rashi is
Because
the-
every nakshatra has a Rashi, right?
Not
Am I
every nakshatra. Every nakshatra has 4 padas.
Sorry?
Every nakshatra has 4 padas.
Okay.
So it is each pada is around 3.20 degrees.
Okay.
So if we take like that, for example, Aswini, Bharani, Kritika comes under one sign. Kritika
Yes.
2 padas. Kritika 3rd and 4th pada comes in the next sign. So if Aswini, Bharani is in Aries, Kritika 3rd pada goes to Vrishabha sign. So that is how it is the R27 nakshatra.
Divided.
4 padas are divided into 12 signs. 360 degrees. So each
So-
pada is 320, 3.20. 3.20 into 27 into 108. Calculate, then you will get the degrees.
Okay. So what is Rashi then?
Rashi
You
is
explained about padas. Now
Hmm.
what is Rashi then?
no. Rashi is see, it is divided into 12 months. I told you earlier, no? As
Yes.
per English calendar, also,
Yes.
it is divided in 12 months. So each month hold each one Rashi. So that has its own. You see, the sun, actually sun doesn't move, but being standing on the earth, we say sun is moving. So actually sun goes from one Rashi to other Rashi. February in one, March in one, April in
Yes.
one. Like 12 Rasis, 12 months he moves. So wherever he moves, so all these planets.
That is Rashi.
Yeah, that is Rashi.
So for each nakshatram, it may be different Rashis
Each
based
nakshatra-
on the
yeah,
month.
yeah,
So
yeah,
when
yeah.
why
Yeah,
I'm asking
correct.
you this, why I'm asking you, sir, is because when you say the English zodiac sign, and then you say the Rashi, no, it is
Ah.
different. What is it
No,
different
no,
that I don't know?
I'll tell you in Aries Rashi, that is Mesha Rashi, you have Aswini, Bharani, Kritika, one pada.
Okay.
Kritika 2, 3, 4, I mean 2, 3 and 4, Rohini, Mrugasira are in Vrishabha Rashi.
Oh.
And then in Gemini, Mrugasira 3 and 4, Arudra 1, 2, 3, 4, Punarvasu 1, 2, 3, 4. Because each sign has 30 degrees.
Oh, that is the
Each
reason
Rashi.
that the
Yeah.
English zodiac sign and
Ah.
our Rashi is different.
Yeah,
Is
that
it?
is very different.
Okay. You explained to. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah,
I understood now. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Right.
Okay, KV Rao garu. Are you there, KV Rao garu? In that case, Vijay Pant.
Unmute. Om Namaha. Namaskaram అండి.
Namaskara. My question is very, very different from the astrological point.
Okay.
My question to you, sir, with all respect is, I understand that we always believed in astrological signs, stars, time of birth, etc. But does willpower not count at all?
Willpower is there. That is what we discuss in our Jyotisha part also. That is the fate, free will, and destiny. Your destiny cannot be changed. Destiny is ultimate.
But don't we say that, you know, sorry,
Your fate apply, say separate time, it will take a lot of time for me. See, like a horse pegged in a ground, or a horse grazes, you know, it grazes how much? There are pitfalls.
Only as much?
Yeah, only in that ground it will graze, isn't it? So similarly, fate is your something, and then free will is something. Free will is that peg, and then destiny is the difference. So,
but I, as a child, yes,
as
a child,
when you apply free will,
yes,
in a judicious manner, then you can minimize your destiny. You can't avoid. That is what I told, accident also. So by knowing and applying your free will, if somebody says, don't travel by train for the next month, don't travel by train, then you may avoid accident. But if
see, my yes.
But if
my grandfather was an astrologer.
Okay. Right.
My grandfather used to do astrology. Now we say in our dharma that if a cat crosses your path, then you know something bad will happen.
That is different.
But he used to say
they are called Sekuna Shastra. That also, see, some is dependent on your beliefs, faith. So you have to take as it is. There is no scientific reason for that. Why cat is coming, we don't know. How it is going, we don't know. That is why not only cat I am telling, madam, I am going on somewhere. If Onti Brahmana, that means one single Brahmana comes opposite to me, I will go back home.
Right.
Isn't it?
They say so. Yes. They say so. Yes, I agree.
If a Muttaidiva comes, if a Gruhini comes, if she comes, it is auspicious. The work will be done.
Yes, but again, let me one more quote. I'm not arguing against what you are saying, sir, with all due respect, because you are all scholars. I am nitwit. I don't know anything. There is also this great bhajan na, jab janaki nath sahay kare tab kaun bigad kare. So he says, you know, all the nakshatrams, when they come and they are in the wrong position, when Sri Rama is there with you, then nothing will go wrong. So how do you explain that? I am asking you with full humility and
even if all nakshatras, grahas goes against you, which the force which you do not know, that is behind you, that will help you. That is what the minimizing factor. That is what we say. We say your planet is bad, so you don't go in that path, go in this path. That is where our Rama has told you. Rama is nobody. Rama is nobody.
I agree.
So that's all. That is what Sri Rama. That's all.
Correct. Okay. Hardika dhanyawad Murthy garu. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, KV Rao garu.
Namaskaram.
KV Rao garu.
నమస్కారం అండి. నాకు ఉన్న సందేహం ఏంటంటే, ఈ బేసికల్ గా ఇప్పుడు ప్రస్తుతం ఉన్న సమాజంలో ఉన్న ఫ్యాక్ట్ చెప్తున్నాను. ఇది ప్రతి వాళ్ళు అస్ట్రాలజీ తెలిసిన వాళ్ళే అయిపోతున్నారు. రెండోదేమో ప్రతి వాళ్ళు ఒక కమర్షియల్ యాక్టివిటీ కింద పెట్టేసుకుని దే ఆర్ పుట్టింగ్ ద పీపుల్ ఇన్ ది టోటలీ ఇన్ స్టేట్ ఆఫ్ కన్ఫ్యూజన్. అంటే పీపుల్
రాజగోపాలన్ గారు అన్నారు, ఏమన్నారు, ఇప్పుడు ఒక శాస్త్రం ఉంది, ఒక చదువు ఉంది, ఆ చదువుని దుర్వినియోగపరిచిన వాళ్ళే ఉన్నారు, ఉపయోగపరిచే వాళ్ళే ఉన్నారు. సో పర్సనాలిటీ డిజార్డర్స్ ఇందాక మనం డిస్కస్ చేస్తున్నాము. సో అవి కనుక అప్లై అయితే మనం ఏం చేయలేము.
అంటే క్షమించాలి, నేను నా ఒకటే ఒక విషయం నేను చెప్పగలుగుతున్నాను. అంటే ఇది ఒక మంచి ప్లాట్ఫామ్ కాబట్టి ఈ thrust, if the thrust is given for knowledge sake, explaining is good, no problem, but the thrust is given more on అనుష్ఠానం. అది నాకున్న అనుభవంలో, నా జీవితంలో అనుభవంలో నేను లాస్ట్ 40 years నుంచి నేను చూస్తోంది. అనుష్ఠాన బలం కనుక ఉంటే, మీరు ఇందాక చెప్పారే ఏదైనా పెద్దది ఏమైనా ఇది కూడా మినిమైజ్ అయిపోతుంది ఆటోమేటిక్ గా. ఈ గ్రహాలు మారడాలు వేరే అనేది మన కర్మ సిద్ధాంత ప్రకారంగా కర్మలకు బట్టి మన జీవనం అనేది నడుస్తుంది అని చెప్పిస్తని I strongly believe, and I met many people. Astrologyలో predictions are totally baseless and totally ఏదో ఒకటి అయితే మటుకు వాళ్ళది అయినట్టుగా చెప్తారు కానీ అవన్నీ
నిజమే. ఐ అగ్రీ విత్ యూ. వన్ పాయింట్, అనుష్ఠానం అన్న మాట మీకు ఎక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చింది? సనాతన ధర్మంలో నుంచే వచ్చిందా?
అంటే సనాతన ధర్మం నుంచే వచ్చింది,
దాంట్లో నుంచే వచ్చింది కదా. అలాగే జ్యోతిష్యము, వేదాలు ఇవన్నీ రూట్ శృతిలో నుంచి వచ్చినవే కదా. When you believe in అనుష్ఠానం, you believe in astrology also.
నేనంటూ మీరు క్షమించాలి, నేను బిలీవ్ చేయడం అని కాదు.
డోంట్ ట్రై టు ఒకడు ఏదో పొరపాటు చేశాడని అది అందరికీ అంటగట్టడం అన్నది సమంజసం కాదు.
అంటే నేను ఏమంటలేదండి, నేను క్షమించాలి, నేను ఏమంటా. నేను అనేది ఏంటంటే దీన్ని పట్టుకుని జీవితాన్ని నడిపిస్తున్నారు చాలా మంది. దీన్ని అది మెయిన్ ప్రాబ్లం.
ఇప్పుడు నేనేమంటానంటే ఒకటే మాట అంటాను సార్, అయ్యా ప్రాణ విత్త మానభంగమందు బొంకవచ్చు, అవునా కదా? వాడికి అది వృత్తి. నీ బుద్ధి ఏమైంది? వాట్ హ్యాస్ హ్యాపెన్ టు యువర్ ఇంటలెక్ట్, యువర్ అనుష్ఠానం? వాడు తప్పు చెప్తున్నప్పుడు నీకు తెలుసు, అయినా కూడా నువ్వు వాడినే ఫాలో అవుతున్నావు. ఎందుకు అవుతున్నావు?
చాలా మంది
మన బుద్ధి మన మనసును కంట్రోల్ చేయాలి, అదే నేను చెప్పాను. సో అందువల్ల ఏంటంటే జ్యోతిష్కుని తప్పు పట్టకూడదు, అది వాడి వృత్తి అంటాడు. వాడు ఏం చేస్తారు? మీరు వాడిని ఒక పూజారి దగ్గరికి వెళ్తారు, నేను హోమాలు గీమాలు చాలా మంది సజెస్ట్ చేస్తారు. చండీ హోమం 50,000, ఇంకొక హోమం 1,00,000. అది బిజినెస్ కాదా? నాకు తెలుసు, కానీ మీకు తెలుసు ఆ విషయం. అయినా మీరు అటే నమ్ముతున్నారు. ఎందుకు చేస్తున్నారు మీరు? యూ వాంట్ క్విక్ రిజల్ట్స్, నెంబర్ 1. యూ వాంట్ క్విక్ మనీ, నెంబర్ 2. సో మనలో కూడా వీక్నెస్ ఉంది కాబట్టి వాడు మన వీక్నెస్ ని ఎన్కాష్ చేసుకుంటున్నాడు. అంతేగాని శాస్త్రం తప్పు కాదు.
శాస్త్రం తప్పంటే
నో ప్రిడిక్షన్ విల్ గో రాంగ్. రాజగోపాల్ గారు చెప్పారు, నో ప్రిడిక్షన్ విల్ గో రాంగ్ ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఇస్ ఇన్ గుడ్ హ్యాండ్స్.
నేను ఒక విషయం చెప్తానండి. నాకు ఉప్పలూరు గణపతి శాస్త్రి గారు అని చెప్పేసి వేదిక స్కాలర్,
ఇప్పుడు ఎవరి పేర్లు తీసుకోవద్దు.
నాకు ఆయన చెప్పినప్పుడు, నేను ఒక 40 సంవత్సరాల ముందు ఆయన జీవన కాలంలో నాకు ఆయన సన్నిహిత సంబంధం ఉండేది. ఆయన చెప్పేవారు, ఒరే నాన్న, 1.5 కిలోల మినప్పప్పు తీసుకెళ్లి గుడిలో పూజారికి ఇచ్చేయి. ఇలాంటి సింపుల్ సొల్యూషన్స్ ఈ కాలంలో చెప్తున్న వాళ్ళు ఐ హార్డ్లీ ఫౌండ్ 1 పర్సన్ వెరీ రీసెంట్లీ బట్ ఒక ఘరాపటి గారు ఒక ఆయన చెప్పాడు, కానీ ఎవ్వరూ చెప్పరండి. అందరూ ఏవో ఖరీదు గల డబ్బులు ఖర్చు పెట్టి ఇచ్చేయడం, చివరిగా చేతులు కాల్చుకోవడం తప్పితే ఏం జరగట్లేదు.
I am a civil servant for 40 years. After 2016 only I started learning these Vedic sciences, either through VSS కానివ్వండి, వేద మన సంస్థ ద్వారా కానివ్వండి, లేకపోతే ఐఎమ్ ఏ ఫ్యాకల్టీ మెంబర్ ఫర్ ఇండియన్ కౌన్సిల్ ఆఫ్ ఆస్ట్రాలజికల్ సైన్సెస్. ఇదంతా నేను 6 సంవత్సరాల నుంచే. అంతకుముందు నాకు ఎంతసేపటి నా ఉద్యోగం నేను చేసుకునేవాడిని. డ్యూటీ ఈజ్ వర్షిప్ అన్న సామెత నేను అప్లై చేసుకున్నాను. నేను ఎప్పుడు వీటి మీద ధ్యానం పెట్టలేదు. ఏంటి ఇప్పుడు నాకు అర్థమైంది ఏంటంటే, లోకంలో మంచి చెడు అన్నీ ఉంటాయి. హౌ డు వి టేక్ దెమ్? వాట్ ఈజ్ అవర్ పర్సనాలిటీ? హౌ డు వి మౌల్డ్ ఇట్? అందుకే నేను 1 గంటన్నర నుంచి ఇందాక చెప్పిన భాషణ అంతా అదే, అంతకంటే ఏం లేదు. తర్వాత ఇంకొకటి మీరు అన్నట్లుగా ఏంటంటే, అది వాడు చెప్పింది మనం మన మనసు ప్రకారం నడుచుకోవటం ఉత్తమం. ఇప్పుడు నేనైతే ఎవరికి సజెస్ట్ చేయనండి మీరు చండీ హోమం చేయించుకోమని. నేను ఒకటే ఏ గ్రహం ఏ అంతర్దశలో ఏ గ్రహం బాగాలేదో ఆ గ్రహానికి ఇంట్లో కూర్చొని నువ్వు శుక్ర ధ్యానం ప్రవక్ష్యామి పత్ని పీడోపశాంతయే, కేతు ధ్యానం ప్రవక్ష్యామి ఆత్మపీడోపశాంతయే. అది ఎన్ని 16 20 వాళ్ళు రాస్తారు. దాని ప్రకారంగా గురువు అయితే 6 చాలు. రోజుకి శక్తి కొలది మీరు ధ్యానం చేస్తే మీకు 60% సొలైస్ వస్తుంది. నేను చెప్తున్నాను కదా, అదే మీరు అన్నారు అనుష్ఠానం, ఇది అనుష్ఠానంలో భాగం. నమస్కారం.
నమస్కారం అండి. వందమ్మా అండి.
ఓకే, కళ్యాణ్ గారు. కళ్యాణ్.
సార్ నమస్కారం సార్.
నమస్కారం.
మీ యొక్క ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ మాత్రం ఎక్సలెంట్ ఉంది సార్. యాక్చువల్గా నేను కూడా ఈ జ్యోతిష్యంలోంచి దగ్గర దగ్గర మా బ్లడ్ లోనే ఉంది. మా తాతయ్య గారు మా ముత్తాతలందరూ జ్యోతిష్యంలో ఉన్నారనమాట. కానీ సార్ ఇక్కడ నేను చూసింది ఏంటంటే, ఇక్కడ ఈ రాహు కేతులు ఛాయాగ్రహాలు, రాహు కేతు ఛాయాగ్రహాలు మన మనిషి మీద ఇంపాక్ట్ అనేది కనపడుతూనే ఉంటుంది వాటి మీద. కానీ వాటికి కూడా మనము ఈ యొక్క ఆస్ట్రాలజీ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ లో మీను అనే ట్రూ అని తీసుకొని మరి దాన్ని రీడిఫైన్ చేస్తున్నారు చాలా మంది. మెయిన్ మోడు, ట్రూ మోడు అని తీసుకొని రీడిఫైన్ చేస్తున్నారు. మన గణిత పంచాంగాల్లో కానీ, సూర్య సిద్ధాంతం ప్రకారం కానీ, చంద్ర సిద్ధాంతం ప్రకారం కానీ మనకు అట్లాంటివి లేవు అవన్నీ. కానీ ఈ ఆస్ట్రాలజీకి వచ్చేసరికల్లా ఎందుకని అవి మనం వాడాల్సి వస్తుందండి అక్కడ? అది ఇప్పుడు అంటే నా ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్తాను. కొన్ని సాఫ్ట్వేర్ లో, అంటే ఈ యొక్క ఆస్ట్రాలజీ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ లో రాహుకేతువులు నవంబర్ 31 వరకు మేషరాశిలోనే ఉన్నారు. నవంబర్ 30 వరకు మేషరాశిలోనే ఉన్నారు. కానీ మన తెలుగు పంచాంగం కానీ మన ఈ పంచాంగాల్లో ఈ అక్టోబర్ 31కి వాళ్ళు మేషంలోకి వెళ్ళిపోతున్నారు. అది ఎందుకని మనం అది ఆస్ట్రాలజీ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ లో మనకు వీళ్ళు కొత్తగా పెడుతున్నారు? అది క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ లో ప్రాబ్లమా లేకపోతే
సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఎవరో డెవలప్ చేశారంటారు?
అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనకు కొన్ని మనకు ఈ కొన్ని సాఫ్ట్వేర్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదండి మనకు కంప్యూటర్ లో.
ఏ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ అయినా మనమే కదా డెవలప్ చేసాము.
మనమైతే అదంటే
అయిపోయాయి. మరి ఇప్పుడు పంచాంగంలో తిదేమో పూర్ణమేమో రాత్రి 1 గంట దాకా ఉంటుందని ఒక పంచాంగంలో రాస్తున్నాడు, దృక్ పంచాంగంలోనేమో 2ంటికే
వెళ్ళిపోతున్నాయి రాస్తున్నారు. అది
అందుకే ఇవి మనం డిబేటబుల్ ఇష్యూస్ కాదు ఇక్కడ. వాట్ ఎవర్, ఇప్పుడు ఇందాక రాజగోపాలం గారు అన్నారు, వాట్ ఎవర్ ఒక స్టాండర్డ్ మీరు ప్యాటర్న్ ఫాలో అవుతే ఆ ప్రకారంగా మీరు అనాలిసిస్ చేయండి, రిజల్ట్స్ ఇవ్వండి.
ఓకే,
అంతే, దట్స్ ఆల్.
అందుకే అండి ఇప్పుడు ఎందుకంటే నా దగ్గరకు ఒక అతను వచ్చాడనమాట. సార్ మీరేమో నవంబర్ 30 వరకే మీకు మొత్తం రాహు అనేది మీనంలోకి వెళ్ళిపోతున్నారు, మీరు కొంచెం ఇబ్బందుల నుంచి బయటకు వస్తారంటున్నారు. కానీ ఇంకో జ్యోతిష్కుడు ఏమో మీకు రాహు అనే అతను నవంబర్ 30 వరకు మీకు మేషంలోనే ఉన్నాడు, మీ యొక్క లగ్న స్థానంలోనే ఉన్నారు, మాకు ఇంక కష్టాలు తప్పవు అంటున్నారు. దానికి దీనికి తేడా ఏంటి నన్ను క్వశ్చన్ అడిగాడు అనమాట.
మీరు అట్లాంటి డివర్జెంట్ వ్యూస్ ఉన్నప్పుడు అలాంటి క్లయింట్స్ ని ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ మీరు యాక్సెప్ట్ చేయకూడదు. నంబర్ 1.
ఓకే,
ఏంటి మీరు యాక్సెప్ట్ చేస్తున్నారంటే మనలో ఉన్న వీక్నెస్ ఉండాలి. నంబర్ 2, యాక్సెప్ట్ చేసే కూడా యూ హ్యావ్ టు స్టబ్బర్న్ ఆన్ యువర్ అనాలిసిస్. దట్స్ ఆల్.
నేనైతే చేస్తూనే చేస్తాను.
చేయండి మీరు, యూ ఫాలో యువర్ ఓన్ పాత్. దట్స్ ఆల్. That gives you the respect. That gives you the respect. వాడు అన్నాడని దానికి అనుగుణంగా మీరు చెప్పారనుకోండి, వాడికి మీకు తేడా ఉంది కదా.
అలా లేదు, ఎందుకంటే నాకు ఉంది కాబట్టి అమ్మవారి దయ వల్ల ఏదో ఒకటి ఎప్పుడు చేత్తోనే చెప్తా అనమాట అందరికి.
ఇందాక ఆయన ఎవరో అన్నారు, దిస్ షుడ్ నాట్ బి, మనం కమర్షియలైజ్ చేస్తే విద్యకి విలువ లేకుండా పోతుంది. ఆ ఇన్ట్యూషన్ ఉంది చూసారా, ఆ ఇన్ట్యూషన్ అందరికీ రాదు.
అది
ఇన్ట్యూషన్, కేతు ఒక చోట ఉండాలా, గురువు ఒక చోట ఉండాలి, అప్పుడే అవి వస్తాయి. మీకు తెలుసు, నేను ఇవన్నీ డిస్కస్ చేయని అవసరం లేదు.
అదేనండి, అంతే.
సో అలాంటప్పుడు ఆ ఇన్ట్యూషన్ పవర్స్ అన్నది అది అమ్ముకుంటే పనిచేయదు కదండి.
నమస్కారం అండి.
ఓకే, రాజగోపాల్ గారు, యూ వాంట్ టు సే ఎనీథింగ్?
Just I would like to add to the queries because there's a very brainstorming the persons were asking. It is quite natural that to get a confusion between one person to another person on a dates and all those things. One thing everybody should remember, see this spheroid, of course I will not use a very high mathematical. I will say that when you say that 360 degree divided into this much means exactly we think that it is at the dot point, it is going to transgress to this one. It is not like that. We always say in astrology that is called as a sandhi. Sandhi period means what? It is the transgression from one point to another point. Even the transition from Aries to Rishabha or any Rasi transitions, the precision is depending upon the local sunrise and sunset. So what happens? This is not very precisely, it is not to be taken, but it is a period. The Muhurta Kala, 1/3 of, we have to take care of that one. And as someone was asking that it is on 13th or it is on this, suppose if we go to the down south, especially Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and everything. What I also follow is that Kanida Panchanga, if you see, that is on the 20th of the December only, there is a shift is there. But when we go with the another one, they say that on 8th of October itself, it has shift. Certain things will be there like this, all these things, 8th and 30th of this month, the shift is there on the Rahu Ketu. So these things will be there. But don't worry about all those things. You follow, just like we say in our Dharma also, you follow one Acharya, one path, one tradition, one method. What is you and your Kula? In your family, if somebody is following X, follow that one. Don't go to 10%. It is just like going to 10 doctors. 10 doctors will give 10 diagnoses and you'll be getting confused. Have the belief, the astrology is absolutely a very, very methodically written and scriptured science. But unfortunately, it has been misinterpreted, as our Murthy Garu also said, that for professional sake, or those they want to make a commercialization sake, all these things are being done, because of which the essence of astrology is lost. One thing I wondered, somebody was asking how the fate and all this thing. One lady was asking, I should say that everybody knows Ravana. What he did is such a great Pandit. He was one can't imagine what is his knowledge and wisdom. That person, having such a strong will and everything, what he did, he brought all the Navagrahas and placed them at one place, which is the most auspicious, the best for him. His power and willpower and everything he did, you have to stay here only. You cannot move also. But what happened, the destiny, as Murthy Garu has said, one is called as free will, then the fate, and what you call it, destiny. This destiny always takes the overrules, all the fate and everything. That is what has happens in our life. Unfortunately, we don't realize that if somebody says, if you do puja and everything, no, it is just a consolation. It is and who comes to the astrologer? Number one point, I always tell my all my candidates, who comes to the astrologer? The person who is desperate. So when the desperation, what happens? This person encashes it. So that is a adharma actually. As per astrological dharma, it is adharma. Don't worry. It is a guide for you to withstand any calamity. So the power to withstand. For example, you are standing, suddenly you fall, you may get hurt more. If you know that somebody is going to push you and you are going to fall, then you will be more cautious, you will fall. But certainly you have to fall. But when you fall, you will take a precautionary measure, the hurt will be little bit comes and goes. So in Hindi also they say, what has come for my head, it has gone with the hat, the injury. So like that, this is astrology is only a path guiding tool for you to withstand the vagacies or the hurdles or any problems that is already destined in your life. So you have to say that I should get the sufficient strength to face this problem. And how do you get the strength? That is by the astrologer guides you. This period is bad for you. So you are mentally prepared. Something happens, I have to withstand. Suddenly if it comes, you cannot withstand. That is what the astrology does. Astrology cannot change your destiny. Astrology cannot stop anybody's death. Astrology cannot say that exactly this dot only you will be giving birth to a baby. Nothing can be done. But the thing is that overall, this is the best way to, as a tool for your survival with the consciousness. Instead of remaining in the illusionary world, it brings you into the light. That is the title itself is Jyotisha. Means it wards off the negative or the darkness in your life. Darkness inevitable. It is there. It has to be there. If day is there, night has to be there. Savita is there. Savitri has to be there as per Dharma. So, but here the difference is that how to face that one. That is what it is guiding principle. So it cannot be ruled out. If somebody says it is a humbug and all those things, I don't believe in. I am a nuclear scientist. You can remind our chairmen right from Vikram Sarabhai. He used to sit in the seashore and pray for the launching. Even in the recent recent launch also, he has went to Tirupati. All the chairmen of Atomic Energy and Space, which is the topmost department to which I belong. And I also retired as a regional director. We are managing 3,000 scientists at a time. I am telling you, and MTech, MCA, so many qualifications with more than research papers. Why I am telling you, this is the way you have to accept it. Life is fixed. Destiny is fixed. Even Brahma says I cannot change it. Even Vishnu cannot change. So only thing is that the will, if you are given the guidance, you have to face the problem, you will face it in a very calm and polite way, and that calmness and politeness in which you face the problem redeems the strain on your body. This is what the Jyotisha has done. So it is a Jyoti in your life. That's all. This is what I want to add. And the world is now started believing it. Otherwise, this science would not have been existed till date, with so many controversies from this, so many persons. Okay. Thank you. God bless everyone.
Okay, and thank you, Rajagopalan garu. Now I think we have crossed our outer limit. Now, thank you, Murthy garu, for bringing out this topic on personality traits in Sanatana Dharma and Vedanga. So there is no discussion on, at least no doubts on Sanatana Dharma. Mostly it is on Vedanga, Jyotisha only. So we have again come back to the same square one. Let us thank you. Let us all thank you, thank Murthy garu for bringing out this topic and giving us an opportunity to learn. Thank you so much. Now, Venkateswara garu, can you please chant Prarthana?
Yes, sir. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Swasti prajabhyav paripalayantam nyayena margena mahin mahisa. Go brahmanebhya subhamastu nityam loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Kale varshatu parjanya prudhivi sasyashalini. Desoyam kshobarahito brahmana santu santu putrina santu pautrina adana sadana santu jivantu saradam satam satyam vada dharmam chara swadhyayan ma pramadaha sarve bhavantu sukhinah sarve santu niramaya sarve bhadrani pasyamtu ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Swasti.
ధన్యవాదములండి వెంకటేశ్వరరావు గారు, చాలా బాగా చాంట్ చేశారు, చాలా బాగా ప్రార్థించారు, బాగుంది. Okay, now let us recite national anthem. All of you, request you to rise and I will chant. Please chant along with me. Please mute your mics. जनगणमनाधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्ज्वल जलधि तरंगा, तव शुभ नामे जागे तव सुभाषिष मागे, गाहे तव जय गाथा, जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे. Jai Hind. Thank you, everybody.